we had that brief moment of hope that even if the government was coming back, it was now dependent on two parties which are sort of ideologically not aligned with the RSS agenda. And therefore, there was an expectation, there was a hope that perhaps in the third term, the state governments would hold the vigilantes of the BJP RSS sort of ecosystem, as is the word that is becoming more and more popular, and the Sangh Parivar, that they would be held in check. But I think the message from this first month after the election results is loud and clear, that the ideological hostility of the BJP RSS, which goes back to its formation 100 years ago, is undimmed, and the violence by vigilante groups, by members of the Sangh Parivar will continue.
There was a 35-year-old man, Fareed, who was passing in one of the markets in Aligarh. Market is called Mamu Bhanja Market, and around 10 in the night, was beaten mercilessly to death. The person who was beaten to death was a Muslim man, and his brother, who filed an FIR the same day, has claimed that he was killed because he was a Muslim. Right, whereas the accused, there were like around 10-15 people who surrounded. If you see in the video that went viral, who surrounded him and are beating him up. They have claimed that he was stealing from one of the houses there, and they caught him, and that's when they started beating him up. The next day, the police had arrested like 4 or 5 of the accused, and the local BJP MLAs had organized a protest, like a sit-in protest in the entire market in support of the accused, like to say release the accused. The MLAs had given statements like our Hindu brothers are being framed. By profession, he used to cook rotis in like certain like wedding events here and there. His entire family, neighbors, where he used to live, talked about how he was a very hard earner and an honest man, how he has no history of any kind of history of any crimes or whatsoever. He also told us that where the incident exactly happened, right, that was in front of a tailor's shop. The tailor was also Muslim, and that family is the one who's recorded the video. They shared with us that how the women who recorded the videos are being like pressured a lot by the local baniyas of the market, and they are being constantly threatened. They removed his pants to check if he was a Muslim. So things like that. We also heard people telling us that they forced him to say chant Jai Shri Ram and other things like that. One shopkeeper, like a small shopkeeper near Mamu Bhanja, who talked to us, he told it is very common for us, meaning the Muslim community, people from Muslim community, that we pass by from here and there and they comment. That's a very common experience for a lot of them. And he said that that boy that day answered back, and that is how that entire thing escalated.
There is a pattern, either the person was accused of theft or bovine trading, or any kind of bovine meat was found in his house or the fridge. So, or one more, the Gujarat case is about the cricket match in which chanting was there. So, in my opinion, what is happening, that the successive governments, through its rhetoric, the Modi governments, various Modi government, due to their rhetorics, have given a sense of hegemony to the material lumpens, okay, and they themselves feel that they are the rulers of the country, or they are the owners, or the kind of the people who take shots in the society.
They seem confident that the two major parties on which they are dependent, the JDU and the TDP, will not pull back their support or even publicly criticize what is happening. Nobody knows how long this government is going to last, but so they are going ahead in terms of consolidating their ideological base through this kind of hate politics. Just to quickly recap the incident in Mandla district of Madhya Pradesh, it was connected with finding alleged cow meat in people's refrigerators. But the incident in 2015, when Akhlaq in a village close to Delhi near Dadri was lynched on this same allegation, when people of his village entered his home, and the punishment should have been meted out to them if at all, at the end of an investigation where the charges were proved and the law was applied. But what this state administration chose to do was very different. It chose to just decide one-sidedly that they had committed a crime, and then to punish them by unconstitutional and lawless methods.
You need to follow a rule of law, the due process of law, because it's a democratic republic. The bulldozer phenomena is basically illegal encounter of the properties. Properties may be illegal. Properties may be illegal or something. It may be amassed by illegal process. But even an accused is presumed innocent till proven guilty. In India, there is a law of adverse possession. If someone doesn't takes notice or grants you notice notice against possession within 12 years, okay, he is entitled to that piece of property under the law of adverse possession that's mentioned in the Limitation Act 1963.
It suggests a much deeper crisis in which anti-minority, anti-Muslim, anti-Christian hatred has penetrated deep into our society, into our polity, into our administration, and into the media. And I think that and to sections of the judiciary. I think we need to acknowledge this and the battle, therefore, to uphold what I would call the soul of our constitution, an electoral victory or an electoral sort of humbling of the BJP RSS is very welcome and important. It is not enough